Now introduction to AGNI missile. From the Hindu mythology, we can say that Agni is a Sanskrit word which means deity of fire. Agni is which means deity of fire in Hinduism. So Agni is a medium to long range ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles. These are canister launch missiles. So what are canisters? Canisters are basically a structure, a hollow structure which is mounted on either on the trucks, or it can be even underground, in which the missiles are stored. In it the missile will be stored, and it is covered with a lid. So whenever we want to use the missiles, so my drawing is very poor, so please ignore it. So basically, whenever we are supposed to launch a missile, we just open the hatch of the container and the missiles just launch it. So the benefit of this canister missile over the regular uncovered missiles is that in the canister based missiles, it provides it prevents the missile from erosion and other aggressions, so the life of the missile increases. So and as I told you, it can be underground, so it is very useful to hide the missiles, and we can place them in the forest, and in which the canister can be an underground canister. So whenever the escalation is there or any such situation, so these can be used to launch the missile. And PDL, as I told you, BL was also part. BDL, Bharat Dynamics Limited, was also helping the DRDO in developing the missile, as they were given the rights of these missiles so that they can be used, so that the production rate of the missiles can be increased. Because if DRDO was supposed to do all the things, from building the technology and developing the missiles, so it could be a longer duration. And all the missiles comes under Strategic Forces Command of Indian Army, and AGNI missiles also comes under the same. After that, so AGNI missiles, there are 7 missiles in the AGNI: AGNI 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and AGNI Prime. So you can see that AGNI 1 missile. AGNI missile was a short-range missile, and it used a single-stage rocket system in which the rocket, when the rocket was ignited, it uses all the fuel, and gives a range which is supposed to be given, and it uses solid fuel, and it was developed after Kargil War, because the Kargil War showed the importance of the missiles as other nations were developing. So the necessity was felt at that time, and AGNI missile was started under the IGMDP, as we mentioned earlier. And the first test was of AGNI 1 missile took place on 25th Jan 2000 from the Wheeler Island, which is in Odisha. All the tests of the AGNI missiles are from the Wheeler Island only, and these are some technical data. It has a mass of 12,000 kg, 15 meter length and 1 meter diameter, and has a overhead of 1,000 to 2,000 kilometers and range from 700 to 12,000. It is in range because if we use a warhead of 1,000 kilometers, then the range will be 12,000 kilometers, and as the warhead increases, the range decreases. And it uses ring laser gyro inertial navigation system. And after that, AGNI 2 was also a medium range missile, but it uses a double stage in which The fuel was stored in two different compartments. First compartment uses the fuel, and in the initial stage, after that it uses the momentum, and after that the second container, second storage starts igniting the fuel. So it also uses solid fuel, and this missile was gave the nuclear deterrent over the Pakistan, and it also covers some parts of the China. It was launched on 9th of August 2012. It has this missile also has night capability. That means we can launch this even in the night. So after that, after AGNI 2, the nuclear deterrence of the India was completed against the Pakistan fully, because it covers almost all the area of Pakistan. And these are some technical data. Mass is 16,000 kgs, length 21 meter, diameter 1.3, warhead 1000 to 2000 km, range 2000 to 3500 kilometers. And after that, AGNI 3 was an intermediate range, and it also uses double stage solid fuel, and has an area of accuracy of 40 meters, which was very high at that time, and it made it the most accurate missile in that class. So it was first launched on 9th July 2006. So you must be saying that AGNI 2 was on 9th August 2012 and AGNI 3, because it was launched first, and after that AGNI 2 was made, and it was placed between them. So it has 5,000 kg of mass, 17 meter length and 2 meter diameter, warhead 1000 to 2500 kg, range 3000 to 5000 kilometers. So after that, AGNI 4 missile. AGNI 4 missile was earlier known as AGNI 2 prime, and it is a short range single stage solid fuel developed after Kargil War. It was first launched on 15th November 2011. It was used to bridge the gap between AGNI 2 and AGNI 3. And these are some of the technical data. 17,000 kg of mass, 22 meter length, 1.5 meter diameter, 1000 to 1500 kg warhead, and 3000 to 4000 kilometers of range. And after that, I must tell you about MIRV technology. This is a technology which MIRV firstly stands for Multiple Independent Targetable Re-entry Vehicles, in which the warhead is divided in smaller parts, so that each part carries a small warhead. Supposingly a warhead is of 1000 kg, so it will be divided like in 10 subparts, each having 100 kg of the warhead, and all these targets, all these warheads will be independently engaged. So this also gives us an accuracy, we can say, because if the air defense is there, so it will have a limited number of missiles. So if it is able to stop some of the missiles, still there will be some of the warhead which will strike, so it will destroy the actual target. So the efficiency increases in such case. It reduces the effectiveness of the anti-ballistic missile, as I told you, and it covers more area with the single missile, because single missile will go and hit a target, but supposedly it was meant same area can be met with the lower missile. So this gives us an effectiveness and covers more area. I will tell you in that slide. As you can see in this stage, there are different stages: first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, and eighth. First is the initial stage when the rocket starts, And in the second stage, you can see that the warhead, which was earlier in the single part, it divides, and MIRB part, all the independent parts gets separated in that, and after that the booster phase, booster motor, after the first stage, the motor gets removed from the main body, and after the second stage also gets removed, and till the fourth stage it is left only with the only with some of the parts, and in the fifth stage it has attained the maximum altitude, and it glides over there, and after some time when all the momentum is lost, it starts dipping with the force, with the gravitational force of the earth, and in the sixth part you can see all the parts to separate in the sixth stage. All the part of the different MIRBs, all the different parts of the missile, all the warheads are separated and they fall separately, as you can see, sir. So a wide range gets, because at a height it will start to separate, so it will cover a very large area when it strikes the ground, as you can see at the 8th stage, which is the last stage when it strikes. So it covers a very large area as compared to the earlier when only a single missile was to be fired. So AGNI 5 is a long range 3-stage missile, solid fuel ICBM. It is ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile, because it can reach different continents due to its range. So it was developed after adding a third stage to the AGNI 3 missile, basically. So it was first launched on 19th April 2012, and it has MIRE technology, which I explained to you in brief, and some of its technical data is mass is 5000 kg, length 17.5 meter, diameter 2 meter, warhead 1500 kg, range 5000 to 5500 kg, kilometer, guidance ring laser gyro inertial navigation system. After that is AGNI 6. Although AGNI 6 is under development, but still some sources say that India has developed, but it is not testing it because of its range, as its range is claimed to be 8000 to 10,000 kg by the Indian government, which also covers some parts of the Europe, but actually depending on the analysis says that the range will be around 12,000 to 13, because of depending on the size of the previous missiles, and the analysis says this because the rate at which the missiles length and diameter are increasing, so it can carry a large number of fuel and it can have a long range. It is supposed to have 10 independent warheads under MIRB technology. Then is AGNI Prime. Recently you must be heard about it in 2021 or 2022, and India conducted its two tests. AGNI Prime is basically a medium range under ballistic missile. It is to be made to replace the aging missiles of the AGNI series, AGNI 1 and AGNI 2, after its fully development and its range. So its first test was conducted on 28th June 2021, and the last, which is the latest test, is on 21st of October 2020. Some of its data is 1000 kg, 11,000 kg mass, length 10.5 meter, diameter 1.15 meter, warhead 1,500 kg to 3,000 kg, range 1000 km to 2000 km, guidance using laser, which is same as the AGNI same. So earlier when the first test was conducted, most of the people said that AGNI P, so the P stands for Pakistan. So they thought that this is made only for Pakistan, but it is not so. It is meant to replace the aging missiles of the earlier AGNI missile. So most of the people get confused with the P. P stands for Prime, not for Pakistan. So some of the recent developments were that recently AGNI 5 AGNI 5 was launched by the India. Tests were conducted in the Bay of Bengal, near Bay of Bengal, and after that we can see that the different ranges of the missiles of the AGNI series, AGNI 1, AGNI 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. As you can see, the AGNI 6 covers some of the parts of this US and here. Let us this Europe, some of the parts of the Europe are also under it. Sorry, this is America. Sorry, this part of the Europe is also under it. So that's why the test of AGNI 6 is not being conducted by the Indian Army. That's all for today. Thank you.